Well, just minutes ago, former President Trump landed at Hartsfield International Airport in Atlanta. You're looking now.
Since the camera's still pointed up that door, that means he hasn't come out yet.
He hasn't come out yet, right.
If he were on the ground, the camera would be on him on the ground, not on the door.
Right, so he landed in Atlanta, and he's going to be headed shortly to the Fulton County Jail. We want to bring Sean Rabb into the conversation. Sean, we were talking about it's what, about a 20-minute drive from the airport to the jail?
Yes, it is. And let's stay with this picture for a moment, this video. Yes, it is. And that's with traffic. And so they'll be moving with this motorcade, but they've got to deplane and get to their SUVs and get going. So a little later than planned for him to arrive at the Fulton County Jail. But this all started, his trip started, well, a little before 3 our time, when his motorcade left Bedminster, New Jersey to the airport a little before 3 our time, flying from Liberty Airport in Newark. It's a 2-hour, 40-minute flight or so to Atlanta. Trump supporters started gathering early today, about 9:30 this morning. They began to gather to show their support along Rice Street, and that's where the jail is located in Atlanta. It's a notorious jail, have some Justice Department investigations going on there right now. But his supporters were out there waving flags, wearing shirts, supporting him, saying he did nothing wrong. This is what's different today. Unlike all of his previous arrests, in Atlanta, the former president will be treated like everyone else.
Yeah, sure, I don't want to talk about that, because you just started talking today. Maybe he won't get a mugshot. Where did that come from? Because I know that County Sheriff Pat Labatt said, unless somebody tells me different, we're going to treat him like anybody else, and that means a mugshot is waiting for you, Donald Trump. And now we've heard maybe not.
Well, as I understand it, there's some phone calls that were happening while they were still in the air, saying, look, this is the former president. Does he have to take a mugshot? Okay, yes, we're going to get booked in. Yes, we're going to post bond. The only bond that he's ever had to post in this particular case. But really have to have that mugshot, because it'll go viral.
Right.
And, you know, it's a look, it's an image no one wants to have. Even though Donald Trump revels in the pressure of this moment, he doesn't want that mugshot out there. But we'll see what happens in the next hour
it'll
or
be
so.
Controversial. If he doesn't get a mugshot, somebody will be complaining special treatment. If he does, that he's being abused. It's
absolutely. So, and that's where we are with all of this, you know, over the last few years. I talked with constitutional law attorney David Cole about this whole idea of the mugshot. He says it's remarkable to think that the former president could, first of all, be facing 13 felony charges, but then have a jail mugshot when he's booked in.
And Sean, we've seen what it looks like outside that jail with so many photographers, people waiting. I imagine the whole route, there are going to be people along the way.
The Rice Street is lined, and the jail is kind of famous in hip-hop circles. A lot of the rappers talk about it in their songs. There he is coming off, and that's Mr. Trump, blue suit, white shirt, red tie, as he's making his way down now the stairs and waving at some of those on the tarmac. The thumbs up sign from Donald Trump, and he is, you know, walking by himself, no other family with him. We see some other folks, his aides, coming down.
What we should tell people, Sean, is that in the previous court appearances, he's business. He is known for flamboyance and big talk and kind of getting after it, but when he goes and sits in front of a judge, he takes it serious.
Right, it's been very serious. Now, some of the still pictures that we've seen from the federal court, those other court appearances, he didn't want to be there, clearly. And yet he doesn't want to be here either, but he's going through this process. And again, I think Mr. Trump will try to use this moment to his advantage. He's been good at doing that so far with the other 3 indictments and arrests against him, right? He's turned it into moments where he's generated funds. He's turned it into moments where he's been able to use it on the stump. And of course, he's been on this district attorney, Fani Willis, for a long, long time, really going in hard on her since all of this started, even before the indictment came forward. He has a new attorney. Steve Sadow is his name. Again, Sadow is a big attorney who handles white-collar crimes and racketeering in Atlanta. He said none of this should have happened and that he looks forward to representing Donald Trump.
All right. Trial, according to DA, is going to start October 23rd. That seems doubtful.
Yeah, don't think that'll happen, but that's what she's hoping.
All right, Sean Rabb.